Bryce Young.
You think Tua's better than Bryce Young?
Yeah.
No.
What? Yeah.
Get out of here. No
Tua
way.
led the league in passing one year. What are we talking about?
You think if there was Tua trade for Bryce Young right now, they would straight up trade?
No. No, with the Panthers or with the Dolphins, you're saying? Who would accept it?
Panthers, Dolphins. With the
Panthers, they would accept that trade.
You're bugging.
Actually, maybe, no. They wouldn't accept the trade in the sense that...
Welcome to another episode of Couch Coach, your favorite podcast featuring an all-star staff of the best to never do it. Without a couch, you're just a coach. Without a coach, it's just a couch. With both, you're one of us. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you got some shit to say, leave a comment. And while you're at it, hit that notification button to make sure you stay ready for when we hit the airwaves on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. For more content, make sure to follow us on whatever platform you consume your content, whether on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or X, formerly known as Twitter. Search Couch Coach Pod in your search bar and look for the green coach sitting on a green couch. You can't miss it. Now, if that was too much for you to remember, make sure to hit up that description for all the links to all socials and our Couch Coach headquarters. Now, some of you may have heard that and thought to yourselves, wait a minute, did I miss the Tuesday episode this week? Did I miss last week's Wednesday and Friday episode? The answer is no. But sometimes life happens, and when life happens, you know what we like to do here at Couch Coach? We like to make sure that we have our 6-pack of naked wines on deck, because when life happens, sometimes you got to binge watch a little Hulu. And when you're busy drinking wine and watching Hulu, who has time to cook? I know I don't, and so you're going to want to have your meal ready to go from Factor. Now, the good news is, whenever life happens, you can head over to our Couch Coach headquarters at the link in the description, and we have deals for all three. To make sure we don't get sued by the FTC, we also have to let you know that we can get paid for any deals you use. Oh, and if you're not 21, disregard everything we said about the wine. If you are 21, please drink responsibly. And now for your first Couch Coach, we have the one and only Mr. 500, Mr. Bountiful Harvest. He's a man of many names, but you can call him Johnny.
It's not Mr. Bountiful Harvest anymore.
Ooh, we got to change.
Mr. They Ate My Wife.
Mr. They Ate His Wife.
They ate my wife, Lamar Jackson, and now my team is really Mr. 500. So
really, yeah,
but folks, we are just knocking on the door. We are so close to getting those gambling ad sponsorships. I just cannot wait to read off all of the hotlines that you can call. Every single one. That's what we're here. That's what all this is about, is to get that gambling sponsorship.
You know what it is. And then we'll have a segment where we make the picks. Mm-hmm. We'll make our picks on our Couch Coach of the Year. That'll be the gambling segment.
Yes, perfect.
Of course. And for your last Couch Coach, we have yours truly, founder of Omnipresence Productions, co-founder of the Couch Coach Pod. Some call me Akira, some call me Commissioner, but you can call me Kuji. Let's get right into it, guys, with this week's Sunday Headlines, the segment where we cover games for the people, by the people. If there are any upcoming games you guys want us to make sure we talk about, let us know in the comments. First one, Johnny, the Scoragami stalemate, how a blocked PAT created NFL history in Dallas. So we start on Sunday night in Dallas, where the Micah Bowl turned into the Scoragami Bowl. The Packers and Cowboys didn't just give us a thriller, they gave us a piece of NFL history with a 40-40 tie. Sunday night gave us a wild quarterback duel, a defensive meltdown, and one bizarre special teams play that made this unforgettable score possible. Now, Johnny, the final score was 40-40, but the game was arguably decided by a blocked extra point. Now, is this historic Scoragami tie a testament to offensive firepower, or is it an indictment of just how broken special teams and defense were in this game?
There's something broken about special teams in the entire league. And granted, I'm a fan. I like the fact that there's something clearly wrong with special teams in the whole league. You had said it to me best, I think, which was you can no longer get up and go to the bathroom during a field goal or an extra point. You can't do it anymore.
No.
For some reason, just a bunch of nonsense is happening constantly. And that was and if I remember correctly, the Cowboys one was the one where it was a blocked PAT returned for 2 points. Correct? I believe I'm remembering that one correctly. I know that happened this week. It was, I believe, the Cowboys game was where it happened.
We'll get that confirmed for you.
Okay. I think it is in this game specifically, it is a testament to the fact that Dak Prescott is the single most criminally underrated quarterback in the NFL. And that under the most pressure he's been under in a long time, he played truly a perfect game. I mean, did not make one mistake. He kind of did that week 1 as well, where against the Eagles, where he did nothing wrong. He's just been on such a heater, aside from that Bears game, which we're just going to forget that one happened.
And yes, Johnny, they did get 2 on that.
Okay, that's what I thought. I think it's just a testament to that we were all wrong about Brian Schottenheimer, that people criminally underrate how good of a quarterback Dak Prescott is, and that we might have gotten out ahead of our skis as far as rating this Packers defense.
Ooh.
That they're good, but people were talking about them like, man, they shut down the Lions. Man, they really gave the Commanders a lot of trouble. And then suddenly it's like, well, I guess maybe that was just growing pains from an early season. And maybe this defense is not the juggernaut. This is not the 85 Bears that we're dealing with. It's a solid team, solid defense. And my real takeaway of that game is that it really felt like the Cowboys won and the Packers lost, even though it was a tie on the scoreboard, because the Packers had no business winning that game. Or like they had no business tying that game. They should have lost. They played like they made so many bad decisions down the stretch. If the sports gods were just, which this week we found that they are
never adjust.
But if they were just, the clock would have ran down to 0 on that final play of overtime where Jordan Love decides to snap the ball with 6 seconds left on the clock and no timeouts. They should have lost right there, because that was such a terrible decision. The fact that, and it seemed like they were playing for the tie, they weren't trying to push it down the field with 3 minutes on the clock. Very bizarre stuff. And shout out to Micah for saving the touchdown, because that's the only reason that his team won. Because I have his team tied, because there was no world that Packers offense was going down and scoring a touchdown.
No.
Not how they were moving, man. If they were capable of going down and scoring a touchdown, they would have done it, because they needed a win.
Well, sometimes when you need to have it, you just get it, you know?
They did need to have it. A tie is a loss. Nobody would have picked the Cowboys in that spot. People thought that the Packers were going to abuse them up and down the field.
We thought it would be
Yeah,
Demolition.
I thought it would be 40 points by the Packers and 13 by the Cowboys. The fact that they allowed the Cowboys to get 40 is really a problem. And now you're the Packers and you're sitting there 2-2, tied for second or third place in your own division with the Vikings and the Vikings and the Bears. You're just stuck in the middle now, and the Lions have regained supremacy. You guys thought that you were resetting the NFC North.
Week 1, we had the NFC title champions as the Packers with Micah Parsons.
And suddenly now all things are right again in the NFC North, and the Lions are back in their rightful place at number 1.
Hey, keep an eye out on the Bears, all right? They're coming up.
They're coming up from their 4-win season last year. They are doing that.
They're halfway there.
Yes.
Whoa.
They are well on their way to an 8-win season. I'm very excited for them.
We'll see how it finishes, but yeah.
An 8-win season's a victory for them. That's a victory.
I don't know, because they had that with Justin Fields and Eberflus.
As an 8-win season where Caleb looks good, that's a victory. With how good the NFC is. The NFC is disgustingly good.
It's a little different now.
Yeah.
But I'm not so sure, Johnny. I mean, of course, these defenses were not great in this game. The Cowboys' defense hasn't been great all season. And to your point, I did that text. Yeah, no, it's crazy to me. It used to be when the field goal came on or anything like that, you would always go to the bathroom then, so you had a little bit of extra time during the next 3 to 5 minute commercials. Grab a little cup of coffee, do whatever you got to do.
At least the extra point. The field goal you'd watch, but the extra point,
right?
You get
at least the extra point. But now it's like you have to watch it because there are 1 to 2 game-changing plays on a field goal, on an extra point every single week, and so you can't.
Oh, it's more.
You can at least. So you can't just walk away anymore at that point, and so that's good. But I'm not so certain it's the defense, Johnny, because honestly, these 2 quarterbacks played really, really good. I mean, we're talking 2 quarterbacks that both had 118 plus passer rating. We're talking 3 touchdowns apiece, no interceptions.
I give my credit where it's due to
Dak,
the quarterbacks.
Really good.
Yeah, I mean, Dak is playing like a top 5 quarterback. Like it's insane how well he's playing. But
it's crazy I was out of everyone here. I think I've given Dak the most shit, so to say. So,
I think I'm a Dak believer more so than the average NFL fan. Like when there were like talks about the Cowboys shipping him off, I was like, please ship him off to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll take him in 2 seconds because I think he's a really good quarterback. The thing with me is that you watch the Bears defense lock down the Cowboys offense last week. And like maybe you could say that's the shell shock of losing CD, that it just rattled them and they weren't gonna be able to adjust their game plan quick enough. And maybe that was that. But with no CeeDee Lamb, with 2 offensive linemen missing, the Packers defense, which everyone thought was supposed to be the best, if not a top 3 unit in the league, could not do anything. It was just, it's kind of pitiful. So I'd say that the story of the game is that the Packers defense is not as good as we thought.
They got some guys that can get after it, though, on that pass rush.
No, they're good. Like
I think
on paper, they're great.
Realistically, did they have more than that? I mean, they're a great defense. Don't get me wrong; they got talent at all levels, but they don't have the level of talent they have on the front line that they have on the back end, or on the back end they have on the front line. Oh yeah, that's right. He made it on our loud plays, quiet players.
Yeah, loud plays veteran. Future All-Pro the second he was put on there because he was already very obviously going to make the All-Pro team.
What came first, the All-Pro selection or the list? It's like the chicken or the egg. I don't know.
Exactly.
But still, it's not Rashawn Gary. It's not Micah Parsons. It's not the guys they have in the front. And so, unless you're playing with a lead, you're kind of neutralizing that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're playing a close game, you guys can't get after it because now you have to defend the run and the pass equally. Usually a situation, to your point, like if they were up in a game where it was 40-13 and that say they're up 25, 30-13, at that point they can just let the dogs loose, right? They can just let them go. So it's a little bit different, I feel like, in that situation when your strength is pass rush, but game script
when it
doesn't
felt
play
like
out that way.
it was so easily neutralized too, where it just felt like, especially early in the game, it was like, all right, if Dak's going to boot, he's going to boot to the opposite direction of Micah Parsons. If we're going to run, we're going to run to the opposite side of Micah Parsons. And that was like enough to just confuse the Packers defense and have them not doing anything. How about we just don't run directly into their best player? And that was all that needed to happen.
And they couldn't stop Pickens either. Pickens was going crazy. I mean, we're talking 8 for 134, 2 touchdowns.
Well, Pickens is a legit wide receiver one talent.
Legit.
That's just
legit.
Crazy person.
Man, they could be.
Yeah.
They could just ship CD out, keep Pickens. I'm telling you. No, I mean both of them together is crazy. But I don't know
paid
if
him too recently.
But they can't pay both though. Like Pickens wants to get
No.
paid, can they? Unless you want to go T Higgins and Jamar Chase route.
I think after moving Micah, they do actually have a lot of cap room. But
do you want to spend that much cap on receivers?
No, you don't, because then you're the Bengals.
Especially when you got guys like Jalen Tolbert making crazy catches like he made at the end there. Did you see that?
No. If you spend big, yes. If you spend big on receivers, you become the Bengals or the Dolphins.
I hope your
Do you want to
get
be
hurt.
the Bengals or the Dolphins? You get one. You get one receiver that you get to pay big money. You don't get two. It won't work. You get one, and if one of them starts to break out, you make the decision between the first guy or the second guy, and then you ship one of them out, and then you draft more. You don't get to pay two. Your team will crumble at the seams.
Crumble. Well, to that point, you mentioned so the Bengals. I saw this meme. It was remember when there was that whole debate on whether they should pick Jamar Chase or Penei Sewell?
Yeah,
and then
it was the famous meme of
It was like Penei Sewell blocking for Joe Burrow, throwing
the ball to anyone,
and it was anyone blocking for Joe Burrow, throwing to Jamar Chase, and he was getting sacked. And that's literally exactly how it's played out every single year since.
Mm-hmm.
Now Jamar is getting his numbers, but yeah, Joe's getting hurt. But Johnny,
where they've faltered wasn't at Jamar, it was at paying T. Higgins also. You shouldn't have done that. As good as T. Higgins is, it's stupid to pay them both because you don't have an O-line and you don't have a defense. Continue.
And they have other receivers too. Like if you just have nobody, then okay, maybe. But they have younger receivers that are not bad. They're on the come up. Same with the Cowboys. I don't think the Cowboys would have to. I mean, you got Turpin, you got Tolbert. They don't need Pickens. Pickens is a luxury at this point. But right now, in situations like this, though, he's a great luxury to have.
Yeah.
But last question real quick, Johnny. Won't spend too much time on this, but we'll move on after. After watching both Dak Prescott and Jordan Love play perfectly, which quarterback would you rather have the rest of the season?
Dak Prescott. Not even a question.
That was quick. What makes you say that?
Because Dak Prescott isn't prone to making dumb decisions that Jordan Love is capable of making. Dak Prescott wouldn't throw the back-breaking pick that lost the Packers the game against the Browns.
Right.
Jordan Love would throw that. Obviously, he did throw that pick.
He did throw that, yeah.
I mean...
that was a stunning loss. That was a stunning loss. I mean, you can't have that happen.
Plus, come on, man. Here we go! Come on. We need it. Yeah, I take Dak Prescott any day. I think Jordan Love's good, but I am not ready to anoint him. I don't think he's... If he's top 10, he's 10. You know what I mean? That's what I feel about Jordan Love.
Oh, so you really are top 5 with Dak right now.
He's playing like a top 5 quarterback. I don't know if I would say he's like he's not actually top 5, but he looks like it.
Get rid of the quarterbacks that aren't playing right now because of injury.
If you get rid of Joe Burrow, you still keep in Lamar because he just got injured.
Yeah,
but
season injuries only.
Nah, because I still think top 5 is Mahomes, Haley Steinfeld's husband, Lamar. This is not in order, by the way. I would put Lamar over. I would put Lamar too, but I would put those 3. Hurts and Daniels. That's probably my top 5, and then Stafford's probably better than Dak, and Dak's probably 7. Yeah, yeah.
Hi, I'm Matt Stafford too.
Yes, what has Stafford showed you to make you think that he's not?
No, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, I think.
If
numbers,
he's right on the fringe. He's not right on the fringe.
Not first ballot, but I'm talking.
Yeah. My thing with Stafford is like
he should be just replaying Detroit that long.
He exists in this weird limbo of like it's like he's better than a lot of the other quarterbacks that only won one, but he's not. But then you flip it and you're like, did Stafford have a better career than like Phillip Rivers? And you're like, it's probably comparable. Ooh. You know what I mean? I'm like, because I don't think Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer. I think like Phillip Rivers.
Well, because what he did in Detroit, I think, is amplified because it was Detroit and he had Calvin Johnson. But like, no, I mean, you definitely got to give him extra credit for being in Detroit.
Yeah, has Matt Stafford had a better career?
Phillip Rivers had those
than Russell teams. Wilson.
Ooh,
I'm like, I think that's a very comparable career. You know what I mean? Like as far as accomplishments, all of that stuff. Actually, Russ made it to 2 Super Bowls.
If we could have ended Russell Wilson's career 4 years ago, I would have been easily no.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like
for these last 4 years are tough to get.
Yeah, let's say that Matt
Stafford's older than him.
Let's say Matt Stafford this season wins the division, wins 1 playoff game, and then retires. Then calls it that's his career, and that's his career. Is his career better than Russell Wilson's? Because I would say Russ is not a Hall of
Fame. I don't think. Ooh, all right. Well, I don't know. It's tough, but we won't even talk about that one. I think when it comes to Hall of Fame, right? They're not looking at team. It's personal, right? It's all your personal stuff. So his stats have always been better than Russell Wilson's, and he's won as much as Russell Wilson, and only been there one last time.
Yeah, that's the thing where it's like I think Matt Stafford is the definition of.
But
Matt Stafford is the definition of right on the fringe. He is like right there on the fringe of Hall of Fame. Like if he had made it to 1 more Super Bowl, he's in the Hall of Fame. If he had won the MVP, he's in the Hall of Fame.
Russell?
No, Matt Stafford.
Oh, he did win the Super Bowl.
And that's why I said if he made it to 1 more Super Bowl.
Oh, 1 more? Oh, it'd be a lock.
Then he's in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, it'd be a lock.
If he wins the MVP, he's in the Hall of Fame. But Stafford, I mean, to my knowledge, right? I'm not wrong about that. He never won an MVP.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I don't believe he ever did.
Ain't no way. We would have heard about that.
Yeah. So he's never. So it's like no MVP. It's kind of one of those weird things where it's like if you've never won an MVP, you have to have a Super Bowl and all-time stats. So you have to be Drew Brees. If you've never or Ben Roethlisberger, like 2 Super Bowls in all-time stats, or Super Bowl and all-time stats.
Eli Manning's gonna make it though, and so I think he's better than Eli Manning.
Yeah, Eli Manning is another one where it's like it just tells. It's a litmus test for what do you think about what do you think about the Hall of Fame? What is the Hall of Fame? And right, yeah, I think I've told you the one that I heard before. I think it's Broussard does it this way, or maybe it's Rob Parker. One of them says
Stafford would then. Because he was on he was on an 0-16 team.
He wasn't on the 0-16
No, he was
team.
He was the next year, wasn't he?
Yeah, next year. He wasn't on the 0-16
Still, it's rags to riches,
team.
though. He went from that team. He was the pick from that team. Nah, because Calvin, they had to have had the first pick if they were 0-16. They couldn't have had the second overall, could they have? Because Calvin was...
No, yeah. Calvin was on the 0-16 team, but Matt was not.
So he got picked the year after then.
I believe so. Yeah.
So exactly, you get picked to a dumpster fire team, a team where they got quarterbacks running out the back of the end zone, and then you lead Los Angeles to its first Super Bowl since they came back.
Yeah, it's a very interesting one. He's just right on the fringe of everything. Because you could also say, like, is Stafford the most important player on that team that won the Super Bowl? Or was it Aaron Donald, or was it Cooper Kupp? Stafford's not even the Super Bowl MVP. Like, you know what I mean? And they had arguably the best defensive player of this era, and they also had the guy who put up the single best receiving season ever. But also, would he have ever put up? Yeah, would he have put up that season if not for Matt Stafford? So like Stafford's right on the fringe. If Stafford makes the NFC Championship this year, Hall of Famer. That's what it is. Hall of Famer. You make the NFC Championship. You don't need to go to the Super Bowl. Just make the NFC Championship, and you get to be in the Hall of Fame. Stamp it. But certainly not first ballot.
No, definitely not. Moving on, Johnny. Mahomes unleashed. How one defensive stop and the return of Xavier Worthy revived the Chiefs' season. And this
is talking about the tackle that turned the tide? Is that what you're talking about?
Talking about your boy, Leo.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about the tackle that turned the tide in the Giants game. The one that where Pat Mahomes makes the tackle, strips the ball, and then from then on, the Chiefs' offense became amazing. That's what people are saying. They're saying it. They're calling it the tackle that turned the tide.
After that strip, that's when the tackle that turned the tide.
I'm just hearing people talk about the tackle that turned the tide.
That's marketing. They'll put that on a T-shirt. I'm telling you,
it's that's a Nick Wright original.
With Mahomes,
he started pushing that one.
No, you have Mahomes with the image of the graphic of the tackle and the strip, and then you just put tackle that turned the tide, and then it's their record after that game.
If you look at their offensive stats, it's striking. Before and after he makes the tackle.
It's been like a week and a half, though, right? It's been like a game and a half since then, though. So we'll see. We'll see. I did call for their demise last week. But anyway, yeah, this game is why I'm calling you Consolation, Mr. Consolation as well. But in Kansas City, we saw a sleeping giant awaken. After a sluggish start to the season, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs looked every bit the Super Bowl contender, dismantling the Ravens 37-20. Mahomes had a 4-touchdown masterpiece. Xavier Worthy returned to ignite the Chiefs' offense, and a Lamar Jackson injury has Baltimore's season on the brink. Now, Johnny, Xavier Worthy led the team in both rushing and receiving. How much of the Chiefs' offensive success was directly attributable to his return, and does his presence make them the most dangerous offense in the AFC again?
Not the most dangerous.
Who are you giving that
Talk to me again when Rice comes back.
Okay.
And also the thing, I guess you actually can't say that yet because they don't have a running game at all. It's just pitiful how bad their running attack is. And, like, fortunately they didn't need it. But, like, they have to get their rushing yards. Like, is this now 4 weeks that a non-running back has led the team in rushing? Because I'm pretty sure it went Mahomes, Worthy.
We'll get that.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe that is the rushing leader. Week 3, I don't think.
I know their third string back's getting some play too.
Yeah, he caught a touchdown. I don't even remember his name now. But he caught a touchdown last week. They just have to make a move at the deadline and get somebody. Like it doesn't have to be anyone great. Kick the tires on Zach Moss, man. Kick the tires on, See what's going on in Buffalo. See if they'll give you Ty Johnson. Like, I don't know what it is. Figure it out. Like, whoever it is, but you need something.
And you were right. It was Mahomes, and then Xavier Worthy. And then the third string back for them is Brashard Smith.
Yeah. So I know he caught a touchdown. So like they just need a running back real bad. We'll see if they can pull one out their ass. But all that to be said, though, I think that they just so heavily structured their offensive scheming around Xavier Worthy's presence in the offense, whether that means scheming something up for him specifically or using him to open up the middle of the field for Kelsey, Juju, these guys, that when he went down so early in the year, suddenly there was no X factor skill weapon in their offense that like made everything else work.
Right.
Now that he's back, you instantly saw that. And granted, do I think they're going to be dropping 37 every game? No. They did that against the worst defense in the league, maybe. Or at least one of them.
One of them. Statistically.
Yeah. I think they're statistically 31. But they're bad. It's not great.
I mean, they got players. We just don't know what's going on with everything else. Yeah,
they have players, but they're all in the blue medical tent together. Hitting the hookah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I think that like now there's something churning. Now you tell me week 7 rolls around. That's the trade deadline. And I think it's week 7 is the trade deadline, whatever it is. Right around there, though. That's the day that Rashee Rice comes back. Tell me they make a play and they pick up a decent running back somewhere. Suddenly we're talking about maybe the best offense in the most dangerous offense in the AFC. Because I don't know who else, with Lamar injured, with the Bills being weird at times, where it's like they looked great against the Ravens, and then they've just been good enough to win every other game. Like, you play against the Dolphins and the Saints, and both of them are close games until the end. It's like, all right, what am I seeing here? Yeah. I mean, you dropped 30 on the Jets, but the Jets are clearly not as good as people. Their defense is not as good as people thought it was going to be. So, yeah, I think there's an argument to be made if they can fill out that running room. Until then, I think you still got to give the nod to either a healthy Ravens offense or the Bills or the Chargers. But, man, missing Joe Alt, though, I don't know if you can give it to the Chargers anymore. I'll stop rambling.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, I think, I don't know, Johnny. I think you do feel like, not the most dangerous, but he's definitely valuable. I mean, because your whole pick last week was based off of if he was going to play, and he did play, and he had about $120 total yardage between rushing, passing, and he only touched the ball 7 times. So, now he's explosive. I mean, he's that Tyreek Hill type player that they have been looking for since Tyreek left.
Yeah, he's, like I said, it's his presence on there that, like, the fact that he constantly poses a deep threat risk, and now they've also added in Tyquan Thornton as that option too, that you can open up.
Gonna be upset they let him go.
Yeah, it's opening up the middle of the field where Kelsey and Juju can get their work, and Hollywood Brown sometimes shows up.
Sometimes, from time to time.
Remember when he was a deep threat?
Yo, he was nice coming out of college and with Baltimore. Oh,
yeah, he was on Baltimore. He was decent on Baltimore, or he's good on Baltimore, decent on the Cards. Arizona. Yeah, he was always a deep threat, and then suddenly was just like, oops, I broke my ankle. I am now a shifty interior guy.
Because when they got him, he was still in that phase where we thought he was going to be nice, wasn't he?
People thought that he was going to be the next deep threat next to Rice.
Yeah.
And then
he was going to be worthy.
He just broke his ankle in the offseason, and they were like, oops, okay, never mind. He's not a deep threat, actually. He is a shiftier interior guy, and we'd actually really, well, if I'm thinking about it, we'd rather use Juju for that role. So have fun, Hollywood. Go, run 6 yards out and stop.
Oh, but no, I don't think. I don't think they're the most dangerous offense in the AFC. Obviously, we got the Bills, right? We'll have to hold judgment, but the Broncos are looking pretty good right now.
No, the Colts. Come on, Danny Dye.
Colts, they do have a top offense statistically.
Mm-hmm. Well, and they should have won that game yesterday. I don't know if that's in the rundown or on Sunday. They should have won that game.
No, it's not. Let them hear it though. What happened?
What?
Colts.
I mean, they should have won. They had 2 touchdowns that were wiped off the board from silly mistakes.
Oh, the Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
There was a Jonathan Taylor touchdown where it was just a really bad hold by A.D. Mitchell, and then obviously the A.D. Mitchell touchdown.
Yeah, he dropped
where he just fumbled it at the 1 yard line, and it goes out It's the one place you cannot fumble out of bounds. You can fumble out of bounds everywhere else on the field, man. You can't do it there.
Every time it happens, a player always gets clowned, bro. It's like you literally just had to hold on to the ball for another millisecond.
Yeah. I don't understand these guys. Like, how about this, man? Just literally never hold the ball out until you see the guy do this. If you see the referee throw up his hands, then you can do whatever you want with the ball. But until then, high and tight, Eagle Claw, Heisman, let's go. Don't move it from there. Keep it here the whole time.
I'm telling you, when you're in the grocery store, you're holding the water bottle, hold that shit high and tight.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When you grab the fucking box off the shelf, hold that shit high and tight. Practice.
High and tight.
Practice. I don't even play. I'd be doing that shit sometimes. You never know. They might give me the call up. They might need a receiver.
You have a newborn baby. High and tight.
High and tight.
Grab him by the soft spot. Bang, right there.
Oh, boy. But Johnny, speaking of your point earlier, the Ravens are now 1-3 in dealing with a laundry list of injuries to their most important players, including Lamar Jackson. Is their season already over?
They have to. If we're saying that Lamar will miss 2 weeks because they have 2 more games and then they go into a bye week, they have to win one. I think that's the Texans and the Rams that they have to beat. One of them. You have to beat one. If you go into that bye week 1-5, kiss your season goodbye. It is donezo. It is over. Because the back 5 games that they have, it's like I think the back 5, if I'm remembering correctly, I was just looking at this earlier. It is 2 Steelers, a Bengals. So you're splitting with the Steelers, best case scenario, because that's what happens every year. You split with the Steelers. The Bengals, you'll probably beat them. They get the Packers and maybe another Bengals. So maybe it's 2 Bengals, 2 Steelers, and the Packers. So it's like
I got it for you right here. So they got Texans, Rams, Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, Browns, Jets, Bengals, Steelers, Bengals, Patriots, Packers, Steelers.
Patriots. That was the one I was forgetting. So you got 2 Steelers, the Patriots, the Packers, and the Bengals in a 5-week stretch to finish out the year. You cannot be in a position where you have to win all 5 of those. And if you start 1-5 right now, that's the position you're in. You will have to win all 5 of those at the end of the season. And it's like, you can't do that. There is just no world you'll be able to.
If they can't beat Houston, bro, they can't beat Houston. They don't even think about playoffs right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's too much to put on Lamar to say. I mean, because you could come all the way back.
Lamar's not going to play like you just said. So
Yeah, Lamar's out for 2 weeks. He's out through the bye. The bye week is week 7, I believe, right? Week 7 is the bye. You're looking at their schedule.
Yeah, it's gonna be the 19th.
Right.
5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7.
Yeah. So week 7 is their bye. So Lamar's out through 3 weeks. Hamstring, you can't mess around with it. So if you don't have him, you just have to split one and come back with Lamar 2 and 4 and just hope that you can go down the stretch and lose no more than 3 more games. Because beyond that, like, you're not making the playoffs. Well,
they're not beating the Rams without Lamar. That's just not going to happen. Texans is possible, but I mean, realistically,
you're not making the playoffs below 10-7. You have to win 10 games to make the playoffs in the AFC.
What if they just sat Lamar till the Vikings game in November? They could beat the Bears, Dolphins, and Texans potentially.
I don't think they need to sit Lamar that long. I'm just saying they, give him 3 weeks, comes back. But I'm saying if they're down, if they're 1-5, you're now in a position where you literally can only lose 2 more games. If you lose 2 more games, then you're screwed. It's donezo. But if you like I said, you have to assume they're going to drop one to the Steelers, or at least one of the divisional opponents, and they're going to drop one to one of the good teams they play. So they're just in a real tough spot if 10-7's best case scenario if you don't win both of these games. And then you just got to hope that tiebreakers get you in there. Because
7 losses is the limit. They got 4 more. 5 losses more in the season. It's over. I mean,
you go to 9-8, it's done. Because I can guarantee you, between we kind of know who the division. We have an idea of who's going to win the divisions. The AFC South, it's looking like the Colts and the Jags are going to be fighting for it. It's looking like there's 3 teams in the AFC West that are going to be fighting for it.
Yeah.
And there are, and somehow the Steelers are in the mix. So between all of that, Ravens, you got to figure out where you fit into this, because somehow you have to find a way. And if you lose to the Texans, now the Texans are 2-3, and now the Texans are coming up too. And maybe the Texans start to get back in their groove.
And realistically, the AFC West could end up taking 2 of those wild card spots.
That's what I'm saying. You're telling me, do you see a world of the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos all miss the playoffs after 4 weeks of football? Do you see? Or not all, but that they're all not in the playoffs?
I was going to say not unless somehow the Raiders were to pass the Broncos or the Chargers by some miracle.
Yeah, I really don't see. I think the Raiders forget about it.
Already out?
Yeah, I just have not.
Uninspired.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, I'm not inspired. I think they'll be, best case 8 wins for the Raiders. That's what I've seen so far. But I don't see a world where those 3 teams don't all make it. And the Steelers are on their same bullshit. The Steelers are doing the same shit they always do, which is win by nonsense. Win via nonsense constantly. That's what we do.
We can write out the Bengals and the Browns at this point, too.
Yeah, you can write them out. But there's 2 legit teams out of the AFC South right now, and 1 extra that we didn't expect. We expected the Texans and the Jags would be good. The Colts are leading the division. So now you got 3 teams out of the AFC South if you lose to the Texans. If the Ravens beat the Texans this week, I think we can kiss the Texans goodbye. They're done.
Yeah, I was going to say,
kiss them goodbye if they lose to the Ravens.
Unless the Jags carry the pace, I'm thinking we might only get 1 team out of that division. But you could get 2 if the Jags keep it up. The Jags, they're finding weird ways to win.
The Jags have such a good defense.
Well, hold on though. We'll get to the Jags in a minute though. But
anyway,
the AFC East is only going to get 1 team though.
Yeah, that's just the Bills. But I think we're looking at Ravens Texans this week is a kiss of death game. Whoever loses that game is done. Over. Your season is over if you lose that game.
Mark it down.
Yeah. That's a kiss of death game. Stamp it.
But Johnny, we're going to move on to the next game. Darts. Debut dagger. Giants stunned undefeated Chargers. But at what cost? The biggest shock of Week 4 came from MetLife Stadium, where the winless Giants, led by Jaxson Dart making his first start, stunned the undefeated Chargers 21-18. Jaxson Dart had a historic debut, and the Giants' defense engineered the upset, but Malik Nabers leaves the game with a devastating injury that might make this a victory New York will come to regret. Now, Johnny, the Giants got their first win, but lost their star rookie, not a rookie, but you know what I'm saying, star receiver, Malik Nabers, to a major injury. In the grand scheme of a rebuilding season, and I know you said you don't think it's rebuilding last time we checked in on that.
Well, I said they're not in a rebuild mode. They're on an upswing. They're in the early phases of, like, when I say rebuild, I'm like, there are teams that need to tear it all down and start from scratch. The Giants aren't there. They're past that. They're building right now.
Okay.
And I think that game told you that I was right. They're building.
Okay. But, Johnny, was this win actually a net negative for their franchise's long-term goals, considering the injury to their second-year receiver, Malik Nabers?
Long-term, no. The only thing it really affects is that the Giants, they're not going to be able to build an early rapport between Dart and Nabers. But beyond that, you kind of want to see, like, now you get to see Dart working with the other receiver guys that are on the other receivers on the roster. You get to see, all right, you don't have a clear number one. Can you still make the offense move? And you get to evaluate, all right, who is Theo Johnson? Who is Wan'Dale Robinson? Who is Darius Slayton? Who is Jalen Hyatt? Like, these guys that are on the roster that you're not really sure what their future is, except for Darius Slayton. For some reason, they signed to a 3-year extension this offseason. Very bizarre.
Love that dude. I love that dude.
They love him. But, like, between that, like, you have these skill positions. I think you've already shown Scattaboo's there now.
Oh, Scat Pack?
Yeah.
He's
okay. I'm not going
he's
to.
Peyton Hillis. He's what Peyton Hillis would have been if they gave him a shot at, like, starting every year.
All right, I'm not going to say a name, okay? But I had the thought that I think every like high school team, JV varsity team, has that player on it, like that running back. A dumb as a box of rocks, but runs like a demon running back. And can you think of exactly? I'm not going to say names. Can you think of exactly who that was on our JV team? When we were both on the same JV team freshman year, can you think of who I'm talking about? Dumb as a box of rocks, really good shit-wrecking running back.
Was he?
Do you remember who I'm talking about?
Was he someone that would surprise you with how strong he was, and people were afraid to go one-on-one with him in the drills, or was he the one who was a little bit bigger?
He's the one that didn't know what the capital of the United States of America was.
Shit, John.
When we were doing like trivia sprints.
We're talking about. Come on now.
We were doing trivia sprints.
You know what we're talking about, bro. There's a bunch of people that might not know that.
No. But literally, we were doing trivia sprints, and the coach was asking us trivia questions, and if you got them wrong, the whole team had to do a suicide. And do you remember this? And they asked this guy, bro, what's the capital of the United States?
Give me the initials, bro.
No.
Give me the first initial. That's easy.
No, I can't because it won't actually narrow it down. Because really the two guys you're thinking of have the same first initial.
Okay. Well, was he in our grade?
No.
Okay, I know you're
Great
talking
ahead of
about.
us.
I know you're talking
Yes,
about.
thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
That went way too long that we were just talking about something that the viewers are going to be alienated by. All that to be said.
Listen, they're gonna be trying to guess. They're gonna be looking up. They're
The
gonna be like Wikipedia us, guys. Figure it out.
Yeah, but I just think every high school team in America had that guy.
Build the
Just
article
dumb as a
under
box of rocks, but runs like a freight train
Yeah.
and is hard to bring down.
You seen Friday Night Lights?
Yeah.
Tim Riggins.
Not what?
Tim Riggins.
Exactly. I think it is a universal truth. And so you've got this guy now who at least, like, is he like the best running back? Like, nah, he's fine. He's not great, but he is like just an energy guy. And I think once you pair him with Tyrone Tracy, once he's back, then you're going to really start seeing a better run game out of the Giants. Especially with the option plays and the threat of Jaxson Dart running.
That's the key, because Russell doesn't have that ability anymore. He doesn't. I mean, what made Russell great was his ability to maneuver in the pocket, and he wasn't even a quarterback that ran down the field a lot outside of maybe his first couple years, but he would maneuver in the pocket. You know how many dimes that he's thrown to Tyler Lockett on these passes where he probably at least 5 to 10 where you see it on SportsCenter, and they're talking about 0.002% completion rate. You know, those crazy dimes he was hitting to Tyler Lockett and DK from time to time. But it was because of his escapability, but he lost that. He's just in Denver, he didn't have it. Pittsburgh, he didn't have it like that. He doesn't have it now. But Dart can run, though. Dart can run.
Yeah. And look, man, you guys go back. Go back in the Couch Coach archives and see when the rookies got drafted. Just see where we ranked Jaxson Dart's projection. Because I'm telling you,
his
we were ahead.
His comp?
No, we were ahead of it when we were ranking how good we thought every quarterback was going to be. I think we put
the rankings.
Jaxson Dart in the future. Like, we put him in the top ranking that we thought he would be the best out of the class.
No, I mean, situations there. And kid's a star. I mean, I honestly, Shador would have been nice with the Giants, but if it's not Shador, then that's more of a what the heart wants, not what the mind wants type of thing. But if it's not Shador, he's got it. He's a star. Like, this dude is going to energize that entire city. Like,
he's a classic
if you
frat boy, letter jacket quarterback.
Listen,
that's that shit.
Yo, he can throw something on, though. You see some of the fits?
Yeah, I mean, when you're in the NFL, you got stylists, though.
I got you, but I'm saying, though, but not everybody can wear the same thing, but they ain't wearing it the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, that's what I'm saying. He's a classic varsity jock douchebag quarterback. That's what we want. Because the NFL doesn't have one of those anymore.
Which is... Nah, sorry, I almost dove into some Shador shit. We'll get out of that. Anyway, no, the NFL doesn't have that anymore. New York hasn't had that in a long time. I mean, Eli Manning wasn't even that.
Yeah.
He was more laid back,
have you seen the interview he gave a while back? They asked him who his celebrity crush was.
All right, bro, hold on. Before you answer that question, listen, was it verified that was not correct? Because I heard that, and then I saw something said it was true. I saw something said it wasn't true, that it happened. They were trying to start beef, but I did. Yeah, carry on, though. Carry on.
I think it was just like an old interview. I don't think it was like before the game.
Okay. So someone just... Oh, what they made fake was the fact that it was him responding. That might have been what they said was fake.
Right. I think they made it sound like... They showed it as if it was like he said it 3 days before the game.
Got you.
And I think it was an old interview.
But yes,
where someone goes up to him and says, who is your celebrity crush? And he says, Madison Beer. Now, mind you, maybe it is completely fake. Like, you know what? Let's fact check it right now. In the era of AI, can we trust literally fucking anything? Have you seen Sora 2? The shit that Sam Altman just launched?
No.
It is crazy. The new OpenAI video program. It's over, man. It's over. It's all over.
Nah,
as far as believable videos.
It's gonna be a world where if you don't know how to use AI, AI is it's gonna replace you, bro.
No, it's gonna be a world where
Nah,
like
AI
I do
won't
agree
replace
with
you,
that.
but
I'm
like,
saying that we're gonna go through a real bad phase where people are not gonna be recognized. Like, every video will now become up to it will be a question of whether it's AI or not.
yeah,
Let me see though.
even the ones that are, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's Jaxson Dart. I think it's so funny how his name is spelled. Did he say that? Yes, okay. It was. Let me double check this. Let me see. We're going to figure this out real quick.
I mean, it couldn't have been that long ago because he's mad young. So I mean, it had to have been. We're talking last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, the interview was just an unrelated interview. He did say it, but it wasn't actually. It had nothing to do with the game.
No, that it adds to it though. It does add to it.
Yeah, but it is funny.
He came in and basically said, "Listen, I'm about to leave with my celebrity crush." No, that's it's crazy. That's crazy.
It was an old interview.
Do you think Justin saw that?
I doubt it. I feel like Justin.
You really doubt it? You don't think he saw it?
Well, I mean, maybe afterwards, but after the game was over, maybe he saw it. But beforehand, probably not. It is funny though.
Somebody had to have texted it to him though. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, check this out.
Right, I'm saying after the game. I think before, probably not.
Why not? You're not trying to
because he just said, "Who's your celebrity crush?" They just asked him, "Who's your celebrity crush?"
Yeah, but
and he said Madison
before
Beer.
The game though, they knew they were playing.
Right, but I don't think it's anything worth like sending anyone. It's not like at that point, she's just an attractive celebrity. Like, who cares? It would be one thing if you said that. Now, maybe it'd be worth texting to somebody if it was the NBA and you said, "Who's your celebrity crush?" and they said Savannah James, who is not famous for anything beyond being married to LeBron James. No, but like Madison Beer is has been a famous musician and model for years. So, she's not defined by Justin Herbert.
No, 100%. I don't think it. I mean, I think it sucks to not see the connection. Back to that question, Johnny, does not see the connection with Nabers and Dart develop. But to your point, they got some playmakers. And Jaxson Dart looking good. We're gonna move on, Johnny, because we got one more game we got to get to. The Santa Clara Heist. How the Jaguars won the game without winning the stat sheet. Out west, the Jacksonville Jaguars pulled off a stunning 26-21 upset over the 49ers in Santa Clara. This was a masterclass in opportunistic football. The Jaguars' defense forced 4 turnovers. Their offensive line won the battle in the trenches. And this is one of those games where the final box score fails to show the full story. Now, Johnny, the 49ers outgained the Jaguars by over 60 yards and were twice as good on third down, yet lost. Is this game the ultimate proof that turnover margin is the only statistic that truly matters in the NFL?
It's not the only one, but it's top 3 most important. And my God, they, I mean, that was the difference, is just how good the Jags defense is at forcing turnovers. I believe they're number one in the league.
Number one in the league with 13 on the year.
Yeah, that's what it is. And the, Brock Purdy's a dude that is prone to making those turnovers, so they just exacerbated it further. That's what it is. And they capitalized, and I mean, the Jags are legit. If if Trevor Lawrence can just start playing a little
Just
better,
figure it out.
just play a little better. You don't have to don't be the 23rd best quarterback in the league. Be like the 16th, and then you guys are real scary.
That game got ugly for a bit too.
Yeah, I feel like every Jags game is ugly.
I mean,
actually, every Niners game has been ugly.
There was a period where I think there was like 3 to 4 straight turnover possessions between both teams.
Yeah, both of those teams have been winning ugly, but it's the thing I want to talk about really regarding that game.
Yep.
Is I think we've hit a point now where something is uniquely wrong with San Francisco with their injuries. It's too much now.
They got a curse.
Something is wrong with that team. I don't know what it is, but how do you every year, man? It's like the only year that this didn't happen was the year that you made the Super Bowl a couple of years back with McCaffrey's Offensive Player of the Year season.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it's like constant injury to just cataclysmic injuries to your team all the time. What is this? Like, we're talking this season. This is what they're dealing with already. Both quarterbacks, starter and backup, injured. Both 3 starting receivers, all injured. Star tight end, injured. Star pass rusher, injured. O-line, injured. Like, the whole team is injured. How? What are we talking about? How is the most injury-prone player on your team the only one that's not injured? Fred Warner got knocked out of a game. He's never missed a start in his career. He got knocked out of a game at one point. He came back, and it's all good. But
listen, Christian McCaffrey went overseas, and they had to make that sacrifice.
Yeah,
that's the Indiana sacrifice from the Pacers.
You and I both took the greatest gamble in fantasy this season on Christian McCaffrey, so we are both really hoping that his health health maintains. But
you got to sacrifice Kyle Shanahan to do it. Keep
it going. What is it, man? Like, I just cannot figure it out. What is causing
has 2 injuries?
Brock's injured and Mac Jones is injured. Like, what are we talking about?
He can't play injured, or is he nicked up?
What?
Mac Jones.
He's like, he is. I think just on the edge of can't play injured. I think is what it is. That's why they rushed Brock back. Brock should have been out for another couple weeks, but they were like, Mac Jones is injured
and
too.
Said his turf toe looks good now after a scramble he had. I'm glad I didn't send it. It would have been premature.
Yeah, he's
his shoulder too. I think it is.
Yeah, I just
Juwan Jennings, Ricky Purcell. Yeah, I mean,
when you have a line coming out of the blue medical tent of guys waiting to go in because another guy is already in there. Have you ever seen that happen?
No, never in my life.
Yeah, so I don't know. Very bizarre. Very bizarre.
And we're only a quarter through the season almost.
You know, hopefully you're getting Kittle back soon. And maybe that team gets to start revving up again. But how do you have 3 injured wide receivers? Your 3 starters are all injured.
All injured, yeah.
It's just crazy to me.
Tanjis. No, is that who they have right now?
That's their tight end, yeah. Tonjas or something, yeah. Tonjas, I don't know.
He's the only one. He's the only one left.
They got Tonjas. They got Kendrick Bourne, who made a terrible drop. Yeah. Kendrick Bourne's on their team. Who else?
Oh, they do have him too.
Yeah, they got Kendrick Bourne. They have some other player that I was like, he's on the team? But I don't even remember who it was now. Yeah, very, very weird stuff.
Very weird stuff, yeah. And I mean, Trevor Lawrence, to your point, he only threw for 174 yards. So it's like, and Travis Hunter, they're being real weird with his usage right now because they're not using him like a second overall pick at any of the positions. So
yeah, it's really weird how they're what they're doing with him. I think they just have to fully commit to one side of the ball. I think they just have to fully commit on defense. I think fully commit to him on defense and then put him in for certain offensive sets.
Well, it's weird because they're like, we don't want him to. He obviously he's got to pick it up, but like he's playing less plays now than he played in the first 2 weeks, and he got less plays. He got less plays combined than he would get if he was playing full time, both one side of the ball.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what'd you make that trade for? That was a great trade if you're going to use him. If you're not, then Browns won the deal.
Yeah, I think you just fully commit on defense. You just go,
That's the one you think? The defense?
Yeah, you fully commit on defense, make your defense insane, and then put him in for... Because defense is the one that you don't have as much control over the personnel on the field. So you can't really put him in for certain packages without risking like 12 men on the field problems.
I would know-huddle the fuck out of his ass.
Yeah, but offense, you have control over when he's on the field. And so you can, if he needs rest, you just don't run those plays. But yeah, you fully commit on defense. That's my thought.
No, that makes sense. Plus, I think when he's in there, there's kind of pressure to throw to him anyway, because like, oh, he's playing both sides. It's Travis Hunter. I feel like there's pressure to throw to him, so you might as well just put him in there on plays where you know you're going to throw to him. The difference is though, now the defense can key on it. But Brian Robinson's there, so or not Brian Robinson.
Brian Thomas.
Yeah, man, I'm thinking about my fantasy team right now.
Mm-hmm.
About to run it on y'all. But anyway, so yeah, Brian Thomas. So he's there. So I guess they can, bring him in for decoy sometimes. Sometimes give it to Travis. But they got to figure something out with that because, right now it's disappointing. But the fact that they're still winning despite that offense. ETN's looking all right, though. He's looking pretty good.
Yeah. ETN's good.
No, he is, but they weren't. I don't know. All these rumors, they weren't going to be using him this year.
No, I think that was just fantasy people that thought that they really wanted Bigsby to be the guy.
Dang.
And Bashal Tootin.
Now he's in a backup wasteland right now in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah. Bigsby has been banished to Philly for some reason. Philly, the team that already has three running backs, and now they have 4. Why not?
More bodies for the tush push.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But we're going to move on to Sunday Scaries, Johnny. Now, as you guys know, not all Sundays are created equal. And that especially rings true for our 3 Sunday Scary nominees this week. In fact, if equal was the baseline for their Sundays, they wouldn't have made this list. But there is one nominee this week who went to bed on Sunday feeling quite all right. Now, Johnny, the first Sunday Scary nominee this week is Justin Herbert, and you actually gave a little sneak peek into something here. But kicking us off, Justin Herbert, who had his undefeated season snatched away by a rookie quarterback, Jaxson Dart, making his first career start. Now, Herbert threw 2 costly interceptions and was running for his life all day. The Chargers' perfect record is gone, and their offensive line is in shambles. Justin Herbert, first Sunday Scary nominee. We talked about it last segment as well. Next up, Brock Purdy. Now, he might be checking under his bed for Jaguars defenders, guys. The Niners dominated the stats, but Purdy was a turnover machine. 2 picks and a lost fumble. He gift-wrapped 17 points for Jacksonville in a shocking upset. Ouch. And we mean that literally, because he walked out of the game with another injury. Make that 2 injuries. And by the way, Johnny, you said he's hurt, so I guess this is irrelevant. But Mac Jones was undefeated. Just saying. Sunday Scary number 3. The entire Baltimore Ravens organization. The entire Baltimore Ravens organization is living a nightmare. They didn't just get blown out by the Chiefs. They lost everyone. Lamar Jackson, Roquan Smith, Ronnie Stanley, all injured at 1-3. This season is officially on red alert. Now, the nominee for sleeping all right tonight, guys, is the new superstar in New York, Jaxson Dart. Now, on the flip side of Justin Herbert, Jaxson Dart is sleeping like a baby. First career start, walks in, takes down the undefeated Chargers, 2 touchdowns, 0 turnovers, and makes NFL history. Like I said, next superstar at quarterback. And this is what you alluded to, Johnny. I said rumor had it, celebrity crushes Madison Beer. So now we know who she's going home with. Now we know. But Johnny, we got a little special cap for you right now, because you know what? We said, man, when results are shown, we got to reward it. And week after week after week, you have been able to correctly pronounce who is going to lose their job this week. So
Sunday Scaries.
Johnny, who is about to lose their job this week, Johnny, in the NFL?
Well, it's tough. Out of the 3 you gave me, it's a tough one because
and this
2 of
let me prelude. This is whole NFL, Johnny. I'm giving this your whole special thing right here. I don't have any questions for Sunday Scaries. We're just gonna be Sunday Scaries. I want to get to you because we got to get this, Johnny. We got to see how you do, because something.
Okay.
Listen, there's something with it. You might have the curse. So guys, listen.
Yeah, I'm the Grim Reaper.
Anyone out there, if Johnny says your name this week, you start hitting your agent up. Start calling for teams. But Johnny, who?
All right, because I've gone 3 for 3 now. I have Grim Reaped 3 people. Who is week 1? I'm trying to remember now, because week 2 I did Caleb Johnson. Week 3 I did Russell Wilson. Who did I? Oh, Young Wake. Oh no. It was
Jake Moody. Yes, Jake Moody.
I killed Jake Moody. Yeah, week 1 I killed Jake Moody. Week 2 I Caleb Johnson. Week 3 Russell Wilson.
So Johnny, 3 for 3 so far this year. We're gonna make it 4 for 4. Who is about to lose their job? And hold on, before you answer. You about to lose your job if he says your name. Who's next, Johnny?
All right, well, first thing, before the Grim Reaper of the NFL tolls the bell, I will say, off of your 3 picks, my answer, if I had to just pick off them, obviously it's 2 minted starting quarterbacks. They're not losing their job. Yep. And we have a whole team. But I'm going to say it's the Baltimore Ravens, the entire Baltimore Ravens organization going into the kiss of death game this week against the Texans. And if they lose that game, and I'm projecting out properly, which is that if they lose that game, their season's over and they're probably missing the playoffs. Because we're assuming they'll lose to the Rams.
Yep.
It is a kiss of death, not immediately, but end of the season, that's a kiss of death for John Harbaugh. Dunzo. It's over. If they miss the playoffs, it's over for John Harbaugh. If they make the playoffs and don't at least make the AFC Championship, it's over for John Harbaugh. Dunzo. Wow. Yeah, they'll probably be like, "Hey, we'll offer you a real cushy promotion into the front office, something like that." But yeah, like a what was Brad Williams, right? Was that his name, of the Celtics coach? Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens,
the Celtics coach. Yeah.
Some other way.
Generic white man name. Brad Stevens on the Celtics. I think they might do a little something like that type deal, or like what they did with Pete Carroll on the Seahawks.
Okay.
They'll offer him that at least. So, but all that to say, my actual pick though for this week, under the gun, Jake Browning. Sorry, bud. You were up against it. It's really unfortunate. You had to go up against two of the best defenses in the league back to back. And that's just not fair to you. Behind a bad O-line, and you couldn't move the ball on them, and that really sucks. But you know who else is behind a bad O-line? Aaron Rodgers. And he's 41 years old and high on Percocet, ripping smelling salts and throwing 80-yard touchdown passes to a receiver that's not as good as yours. So, you know what? I don't think you actually have an excuse, Jake Browning. I think actually, Jake Browning, you're they're already making calls, looking to find your replacement. And if it's not this week, best believe it's next week, just because they're trying to negotiate on your behalf. But trust me, you're going to be sitting there behind, I don't know, Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, maybe a handful of other options. But trust when I tell you, Jake Browning, it's over. It is done. All right? Because after watching the Steelers mince Brian Flores' defense, you get no quarter. 2 weeks in a row, Daniel Jones pieced up the Broncos 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
You have no excuse.
That hurts.
No excuse. So,
yeah, and you got way better receivers than he has.
Way better receivers, and Jamar's pissed. Publicly upset with you.
Publicly upset.
So trust when I tell you, I'm thinking Russell Willie is going to be under center in Cincinnati.
Ooh, man, I don't know. He could save their season. Give
Whoever it is,
a little payback to the Steelers.
Yeah, I'd prefer it to be Jameis Winston, but I think it's going to be Russell Will. I think it's going to be Mr. Unlimited coming in there. But Jake Browning, the Grim Reaper of the NFL, has tolled the bell for you.
You about to lose your job, Jake Browning. Damn. Had to be him. But listen, Johnny, check this out. It's time for Coach of the Year. And that's actually Couch Coach of the Year. Where we determine...
I think I had a bad week last week, I think. I think I had a rough one last week.
Well, Johnny, if you had a rough week, I don't want to hear what that means for the rest of us. But it's time for Couch Coach of the Year. We determine which coach is crowned Couch Coach of the Year through weekly picks. And if you think you can beat us, submit your picks for the following games by the start of Thursday night's game for a chance to be featured in a one-off head-to-head with Johnny. See who wins. Round robin battle.
Okay.
Round robin battle, Johnny. A one-on-one duel. Style. One-on-one duel with you. Game of your choosing. Whoever beats us.
Okay. Yeah, sumo. Let's go.
Boy, that's the game you're gonna choose.
We're gonna go sumo.
He's been
you
practicing.
and me.
He's been practicing. Hey, records on the year so far. Johnny, you're in first place, 9-8.
Wow.
You were 3-3 last week.
Really? Wow. Okay. I thought I was like 2-4, 1-5. I was like, I think the only thing I got right was the Chiefs. That's funny.
No, you got a few more. I'm last. I'll go last. Caleb's in second place at 7-10. 7-10. He was 2-4 last week, and then I am at the bottom of the pack right now, 6-11. I was 1-5 last week. It was a rough week for me, guys. I was down bad last week. But yeah, Johnny, no, you had Seahawks, Bears, Vikings, Commanders, Chiefs, Jets.
All right, so I got
Seahawks, Bears.
The Bears. Chiefs. Okay, yeah, okay. I thought I had the Bears, Seahawks. Yeah, okay. I do. Okay, good. I like that.
Oh yeah, Lone Wolf picks Johnny with the Seahawks. Got that right. No one else picked it. Caleb had the Cardinals. And Caleb with the Dolphins. He was the only one who could get that sour taste out of his mouth between picking with the Jets and the Dolphins. And he dove for the Dolphins.
Yeah, you just
got it.
Get me too. And I felt really dumb about not picking the Dolphins. Like once the game started.
Okay.
Like once the game started, I was like, that's so stupid. Why didn't I pick the Dolphins?
You didn't know Darren Waller was going to have a career game?
Hey, man, how you say I ain't the one? Every time I ran around, they had the whole fucking team on me.
Top play. Hey,
Let's go.
Let's go, bro. He did the graphic after. I was like, oof. Man, probably went to the booth right after. But yeah, so I didn't close the ground like I was trying last time, Johnny. Actually, the gap widened a little bit. But hey, listen, we have, and I'm not giving you credit for a Lone Wolf pick with the Chiefs because that was conditional. That was some bullshit.
It was like conditional, but it was conditional in the sense that like I already did think that Worthy was gonna play.
You conveniently left that part out, didn't you?
Yeah, but
Week 5, Johnny. We got 5 games. 5 games. Not that many close games this week as far as lines. A lot of potential blowouts. But the first one, we have the New York Giants at the New Orleans Saints. And they are giving the Giants a 1.5.
Giving them a 1.5? I guess it's just the home field. Just playing at Mercedes-Benz. Or at, Caesars Superdome.
Hey, they looked not too bad against the Bills.
Actually, no, I lied. Sorry, what I meant to say was Caesars Superdome, a way better name. And if Caesars ever wanted to sponsor our podcast, just know I love the name.
We'll make our intro 30 minutes long.
Mm-hmm. I will read every single individual state's gambling hotline.
Who you got, Johnny?
Come on. You know who I got. Let's go. Jaxson Dart, the Elvis of the NFL.
You got
Dart coming in.
Dart in the Scat Pack?
Yeah, of course. Of course. I've seen nothing from the Saints to make me think that they can do anything but pretend that they're competitive.
That's tough. I want to disagree with you so bad. But give me the Giants because there's no way that Jaxson Dart walks in that stadium and doesn't walk out with a win. It'll be close, though. 1.5 points is a good line. Saints are competitive. Mm-hmm. They're not going to be the worst team in the league this year.
They're fake competitive.
But I don't think they'll have the worst record. I think when it's all said and done, we're looking at, unless there's a trade, the Bengals, maybe the Titans. Titans will be back there again, if we're being real.
You know who else is fake competitive is the Jets. It's another team that's fake competitive. They look like they're in every game, but they're actually not.
No. As long as Justin Fields can give me my 29 points per game fantasy, though, we're chilling.
Yeah, that's fine.
that's about it. Garrett Wilson, true. Justin Fields. That's the only hope for that team. And Braylon Allen just got hurt too.
Right, I saw that.
But we'll get to the Jets in a second, though. There's another close line with them. Another close line. I'm going to go with the Giants, as I mentioned. You got the Giants as well, so same picks. Game 2, Miami Dolphins at the Carolina Panthers. And they are giving the Panthers a 1.5.
That's disgusting. What a gross matchup. Oh, I hate that. I don't want to pick either of these teams. I'm going to go the Dolphins just because Tua's better than Bryce Young. Yeah,
wow,
that's it.
That's really damning on Bryce Young.
Tua's better than Bryce Young.
You think Tua's better than Bryce Young?
Yeah. No. What? Yeah.
Get out of here. No
Tua
way.
led the league in passing one year. What are we talking about?
You think if there was Tua trade for Bryce Young right now, they would straight up trade?
No. No, with the Panthers or with the Dolphins, you're saying? Who would accept it?
Panthers, Dolphins. With the
Panthers, they would accept that trade.
You're bugging.
Actually, maybe no. They wouldn't accept the trade in the sense that Tua is extremely overpriced. His contract is terrible.
Okay.
But if their contracts were the same, they would take that.
Listen, for saying some shit like that, Bryce Young, don't disappoint me this week. Bryce Young, make me a non-liar, a truther. Make me right. I'm going with the Panthers. Give me the Panthers.
Yeah, I guess I'm just doing that.
I can't even.
Tua has been. It's an easy one for me. Tua is obviously better. Tua has been. He's led the league in passing. He has looked really great. No. He's looked really great at different points in his career. He's had high points. He led an offense to score 70 points on some team. I don't remember what team they did that to. They did drop 70 on some lowly AFC team.
I see how you're doing.
But
you're being real disrespectful right now is what you're doing.
But what I'm saying is I've seen Tua look great. I've never seen Bryce Young look good. I might be Bryce Young's number one doubter.
30-0 2 weeks ago?
He played like shit. He played terrible. That wasn't because of him. The defense played great. What are we talking about? That wasn't him. The defense, I think, scored 2 touchdowns.
He played better than Michael Penix. But anyway.
Sure, he did. Yeah, in that moment. You would take Michael Penix 10 times out of 10 over Bryce Young.
Give me 9 out of 10. 1 out of 10 doctors might take Bryce.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, okay. You got Dolphins. I got the Panthers. Game number 3, the Houston Texans at the Baltimore Ravens. The game that is going to end somebody's season.
And it's a death game.
They're giving the Ravens a 1.5.
That line just shifted when the article came out about Baltimore about Lamar's health. Before Lamar's health thing came out, I believe that it was Ravens -6.5. And then they announced Lamar's not going to play, and it was like an 8-point slide. They say that they're pretty much saying Lamar is worth 8 points.
I mean, they're not lying.
He is. He is.
He most
probably more.
Is.
Yeah, I'm going Texans. I'm not even going to think about it. I think not even thinking about it. I think that if there's any team that's going to allow the Texans offense to finally breathe, it's going to be the mega injured Baltimore defense. And I could just see Cooper Rush getting hopefully a big Nico game. We know we love Nico. And Marlon Humphrey's out. Like it could be bad. And I could just see Cooper Rush getting overwhelmed by, the gnarliest pass rush in the league. At least one of them, or at least the gnarliest edge rusher combo
Will
in the
Anderson.
league. Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter. That's just a dirty pass rush combo. Like you just gotta. I could just see that really overwhelming Cooper Rush. So, yeah, let's go Texans.
I want to beat you, but I got to get my numbers up first. So I'm going the Texans.
Yeah.
Give me the Texans without Lamar.
It's a death game.
If Lamar was there, I'd obviously be picking the Ravens. But
if Lamar was there, it wouldn't be in this segment because
you're right. It wouldn't even be here. Yeah. Give me Texans. Game number 4, we have the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Jets. And they are giving the Jets 2.5 points.
Here we go! Here we go! Come on, I just was singing Dak's praises. Of course I have to pick Dak Prescott. And I've seen nothing out of the Jets. They're fake. They're a fake competitive team.
No, yeah.
As Breece Hall put so eloquently, other teams shoot themselves in the foot and they allow us to get back in the game, and then we shoot ourselves in the head. Give me the Cowboys.
Give me the Cowboys as well. Dak, you're growing on me. You're growing on me. Listen, I was a big believer in Dak coming out of Mississippi State, by the way. I've actually, my believability chart for Dak is, up here in the beginning, and then it plateaued and went down. But it's coming up a little bit. But mainly because I don't believe in the Jets outside of the Garrett Wilson, Justin Fields fantasy points. So, give me the Cowboys. Game number 5. We have the Washington Commanders at the Los Angeles Chargers. And they're giving the Commanders 2.5 points.
That makes sense. Okay. Here's our question, right?
Is Jaden going to play?
They're saying Jaden's going to play. I know that they said that they're confident he will play.
Okay.
Scary Terry, on the other hand, do we know if he's going to play? Because he was out last week too. And if I knew that Terry was also going to be out last week, I don't know if I did when we made the picks, but if I did, I might have picked Atlanta. Because when I was watching that game, I was like, motherfucker, that 30-0 game really scared me on the Falcons. Because I'm like, as I'm watching it, I'm like, this is so dumb. If that 30-0 game didn't happen, I would have picked the Falcons. I
coulda, shoulda.
Think I love Jaden, man. I do love Jaden. He's really good. He's my fantasy QB. But give me the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. A get-right game. A get-right game after getting embarrassed by the Giants. I think, give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I know the Chargers are at home, but 2.5 point, that 3-point swing you talked about is strange because, LA doesn't really have a home crowd. They don't really have a home stadium. I mean, it says home, but, you get celebrities, you get whatever, the fans that are kind of just there to hang. So I think Jaden Daniels is going to come back, and the Commanders are going to be in desperation mode because at this point, they've lost more games than they would have wanted to for the expectations they've had coming into the season. So give me the Commanders. Jaden, my king, put it on your back.
Mm-hmm.
Unless that's
a close one. That was a tough one for me to pick, but I think just the Chargers defense still is just going to give me a bit of an edge on it. And I don't know, the only person on the Commanders who can really exploit the missing tackles is a very old Von Miller. Yeah, a very old past his prime Von Miller, who it's he's good for something, but
he was rivals with the Chargers though for 10 years plus. He might get up for that game.
Comes back out, yeah. I mean, it could, but I just if the Commanders had a guy that I thought could really take advantage of the fact of the missing tackles, then I would feel differently. But I think
didn't look too bad last game on the other side of the ball.
You say who?
On the other side of the ball, Debo didn't look too bad though.
Yeah, Debo's good. And that's the thing. I think that the Commanders or the Chargers were up against the Giants, who have, I think, a very good defense that we just didn't realize how good it was. It took them a bit to get going, but you're talking about we knew how good this front seven could be, and Abdul Carter just gets better and better and better as it goes. He keeps on getting better. So I think, between Carter and Burns and Sexy Dexy, who almost had a thick six, a true thick six. My God, a batted pass into your own hands and runs all the way down.
The camera lost it, bro. The camera went down the field.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what happened.
Yeah. He swatted it, went right into his own hands. It almost got all the way there. And that's a real thick six. Dexter Lawrence is a big boy. So it'd be cool. But
You're right. But we'll see, Johnny. I can get 2 games on you this week. And then we'll get Caleb's in here before Thursday. But listen, guys, submit your picks before Thursday. Beat Johnny, me, or Caleb, and listen, one-on-one showdown, I'm telling you. Game of your choosing. But speaking of games, Johnny, in this next segment, we have to start them off with an advisory. So guys, listen, if you're not a fan of Uno, if you are not a fan of Monopoly, if you are not a fan of Connect 4, this segment is not for you, and we advise you jump to the next segment. But for the rest of you, let's play a game. And now, Johnny, we're gonna isolate on one game this week, and we're gonna run it back with Who Am I? So,
all right.
This game. Give you some clues. You got to guess the player.
Okay. Yes. Yep.
Now
I am ready.
Again, House. I'm a reasonable person. I'd expect you to get 15 points. So that's what we'll go. But hey, you guys out there, listen. If you can beat Johnny. Put your answer in the comments. But as Johnny mentioned,
15 points on how many questions? How many guys are we trying to figure out? 5? 4?
Oh, you're right. No, you're right. 5.
5 guys?
5 guys.
All right, I'm ready.
So
I'm ready. And I had a game ready in case, because it was supposed to be Caleb's week.
It was.
So I was
yeah.
No, that's fine. I remember I told you my last game where we were doing the spins and building teams, and I had a handful of others that I had made in case it went too quick. That's what I would have done. It's just been all right, it's just you and me doing this instead. Because there's no spoiler for me doing it. I can just play it too.
Right.
So, all right.
Next time.
I'm ready.
Next time, man. But listen.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll do something different next time.
Clue number 1, Johnny. Round number 1. When I was just 7 years old, I told the local newspaper that my goal was to be a great player like Reggie White.
Like Reggie White. Okay. Reggie White. You're talking about the first ever number 1 overall pick defense in the 2000s. Reggie White. right?
Yep. You know it.
Whenever there's a trivia question, I just my brain, and I don't know
That's
the
the first
answer.
thing
My
I thought
brain just
about when
my
I
brain
saw it.
defaults to my brain default. I've done it twice now, where my brain is defaulted to a Packers player from the '80s. I don't know why I've done it twice, but
You sure you're not a Packers fan?
no. I actually Packers are on like they're probably like my third least favorite team in the league.
Damn. That's funny as fuck.
I think my least favorite is the Eagles. My second least favorite is the Bills, and my third is the Packers.
Damn.
I haven't even gotten to division rivals yet. That's how I feel about them.
Listen, Johnny, do you know who it is with that?
No.
No? You don't look at local newspapers from back in the day?
I don't, unfortunately.
Oh, man. Clue number 2. Before football became my focus, I played ice hockey for 9 years from age 4 to 13.
All right, so he's white.
Even traveling to Canada and Germany for competitions.
Okay, so he's white. He's white.
You're getting there.
Yeah. But white and probably from the north, but that's still not enough. We'll have to keep going.
Wow, your deduction is good.
Hockey.
I began my college career. Oh yeah, I'll preface. These are all NFL players.
Yeah, I figured.
I began my college career at Central Michigan, where I was recruited to play tight end.
Interesting. These players can be retired too, right?
Yep. They've all played.
All right, so I know there is a player who famously was recruited to play tight end and left the school to go play quarterback somewhere else, and the rest is history. I just don't know if it was Central Michigan that recruited him to play tight end.
Well, listen, Johnny, once you guess, that's the round. So,
and in 7, he said he wanted to be a player like Reggie White. The timeline, Reggie White would be in the league when he would have said that. Let's just go for it. Ben Roethlisberger.
The answer, Johnny, was J.J. Watt.
That was my second guess, because I know he did tight end too. But I know that Ben Roethlisberger famously was also recruited to play tight end and wanted to play quarterback.
Miami, Ohio.
But Miami, Ohio was the one he went to play quarterback. And I didn't know where he went originally that they wanted him to play tight end. Yeah, I think he went to he was going to go to a different school, but they were like, we want you to play tight end here. And he was like, nah. And the rest is history. JJ was my other thought.
The next two, you had Central Michigan scholarship, giving it up to walk on as a D end at Wisconsin. You might have got it there.
I would have, yeah.
But the last one you would have gotten it was I have two younger brothers, TJ and Derek, who also played in the NFL.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Man, Johnny, you could have got at least 1 point. Anyway, you might hit some dingers on these next ones and make up for that one right there. Round number 2. Johnny with no points so far.
He always does. He does. The first question is something you could never get. The second question is something about the college, which is something that I'm not going to get either. And then the third
question
is
like
really
maybe kind of, and then the fourth one is like
that's where I have to do
getting easier. You should know this, but might not. And then fifth is like if you don't know this shit, bro, we're canceling the game.
Yeah. The last one, if I don't get it, I say Reggie White. All right.
Round number 2. Clue 1. My college career was a journey that included stops at Garden City Community College, Oklahoma State, and the University of West Alabama.
Oklahoma State. Garden City Community College bothers me because I know that sounds so familiar. I'm so mad because I know I've 100% heard this before. Garden City Community College. Oklahoma State, West Alabama. Garden Community College. Damn it. I'm mad. All right, let's go. Let's keep going.
In my only season at Oklahoma State, I returned a punt 92 yards for a game-tying touchdown in the final minute against our rival, Oklahoma.
Yeah, I don't know. Keep it pushing.
Before my NFL career, I was also a decorated track and field star.
Is this Tyreek Hill? Rest in peace.
It is Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, okay.
Honorably rest in peace.
Rest in peace. It might be done for him. It might be done. He might just get one last swan song with the Chiefs in 2 years, and that's it.
It could be done so, man. Hopefully not.
Yeah. But it's about as bad. What I've heard is it's about as bad of an injury as a football player can get.
Really?
That's what I've heard people say.
Oh,
that the full dislocation of the knee, tendons torn, all that, you're donezo. Like, it's just... And for an old player, too, who is dependent on his speed, not on his size, it's like... Yeah. It's pretty much curtains.
Man, it's upsetting. For him and my fantasy team. Both.
Yeah.
Both of them. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Round 3, Johnny. After my playing career ended, I competed on Dancing with the Stars and finished in 3rd place.
Hines Ward.
All right. That was a real quick answer. So, final answer?
Sure.
Johnny, you should have been more patient. So the answer is Kelvin Johnson.
Yeah. I know Hines Ward finished very high on Dancing with the Stars. He might have won it. Hold on. Let me see this real quick. Hines Ward. Let's see this real quick.
Would you have gotten this one?
Oh, Hines Ward won it. He won Dancing with the Stars. Dang. All right.
Dang, man.
Whatever. I just was like, man, I can make it up right here. Hines Ward was
like, I got it right here. Would you have gotten this one? Attended Sandy Creek High School in Georgia. Number 81 jersey, retired in 2010.
No.
No? 81 wouldn't have gave it away?
No.
Georgia?
No. So I don't know college, bro. I literally...
So you wouldn't have got that he went to Georgia Tech either?
No. You have to seriously, whatever you think the average NFL fan, and I think I know a lot about the NFL, and I really follow the NFL and all of this. I do not follow college at all. I like and if it's old college stuff, if you're talking like maybe I know stuff about college players that played in college 2020 and beyond. Like once I start playing
COVID
fantasy,
and beyond. Once he got bored,
like once I start playing fantasy and beyond, I wasn't even playing like maybe 2019 and beyond. Before that, I can't tell you anybody. I can't tell you shit about college for shit. I don't know anything about college football. I am not the guy.
Don't worry, guys. I just like to see him get stressed.
I'm just letting everyone know.
Round number four. I'd say you could make it up here, but this is not happening in this first
John,
one.
where did Jerry Rice go to college? I don't know.
I don't even know.
Yeah, like I know like where the major players who like had
Tom
important
Brady?
college careers. Michigan, I know that.
His college career wasn't important. His NFL was.
Well, yeah, right, but his important career.
Okay.
That I know that.
Rob Gronkowski.
No idea.
Arizona. Anyway.
Yeah.
Round 4, Johnny. Clue 1. My father, a chiropractor, played college football as an offensive lineman for the Chico State Wildcats in the 1970s. You ever heard of the Chico State Wildcats?
No.
Chico. Clue 2. I know you're not guessing on that one. I grew up in Chico, California, but my family briefly lived in Beaverton, Oregon, where I starred in Little League Baseball. There's some
Nope.
hardcore fans out there that might actually get that from the first question. They might be like, "Oh, I know who that is."
Chico.
Chico. Clue 3.
Right.
On draft night in 2005, I famously slid down the board before being selected with the 24th overall pick.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I his father's a chiropractor, and I thought to myself, that adds up.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, like his father is like a quack science doctor. That does add up. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. His dad's a fake doctor. That's really funny. That does make sense. Wow.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, chiropractors. What I meant to say is your dad is, I think chiropractic is the on the spectrum of quack science, this being the worst and this being not bad at all. This is where chiropractic is. This is like chiropractic is fine. It's like massage. I think it's the same thing, effectively.
Yeah.
It's not like coffee enemas, but it's.
But listen though, anyone out there got a chiropractor? Listen, you want to put us on? We'll add you to our intro. We'll tell you that.
I will sell my soul for your chiropractic practice.
Let us know. We'll get appointments, everything. I'll come through, try it out myself.
I'll wear a shirt.
I will bring Aaron Rodgers' dad to the place.
Next time we play this game, I will be getting my back cracked during it.
That'd be insane. Anyway, Johnny, 5th round. Now you can't theoretically beat the house. You could beat the people, but you can't beat the house because you'd have to get higher than 5 points. But you could hit a nice sinker there. Get close. You should know this player real well, Johnny. I'll just leave with that. Clue 1, I was a state champion in shot put during my senior year at Pewaukee High School in 2013.
Pewaukee High School. State champion in shot put. So it's a big boy. Big guy. This is a lineman of some sort, either offense or defense. Gotta be, or a huge linebacker, or a big running back, or a tight end or something. But off this, I don't know. It's a big boy. That's what I know. Keep it running. Keep it pushing.
Clue 2. During my time at the University of Wisconsin, I majored in retailing and consumer behavior.
University of Wisconsin.
Wow, fake fan.
University of Wisconsin. I don't know what he majored in Wisconsin. I wonder, did TJ go to Wisconsin? JJ went there. Did TJ? I really don't know. I really have no idea what school anybody went to. I don't know what school anyone went to, man. Let's go TJ. No. Oh, I am right? Yes, okay. I'll take it.
I didn't say that yet.
I'll take it.
I didn't say that. You don't think I get excited when you're wrong?
Sure, TJ.
Fuck you. It's TJ Watt.
Pewaukee, Wisconsin, boys. Let's go,
baby. Yeah, now you know he's hit up TJ Watt if you need some consumer behavior studying done, or I don't know what majoring in retailing is.
When you said Pewaukee, I thought that's got to be in Wisconsin.
It's gotta be a white dude in the middle of fucking nowhere.
It's gotta be Wisconsin.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was tight end before a knee injury switched to defensive side of the ball. But you most certainly would have got it by Defensive Player of the Year for 2021.
Yeah.
For sure. But, oh boy, you took a shot, though. And
if you didn't tell me that it was somebody I'm familiar with, though, it would have taken me until Defensive Player of the Year.
I was like, this is the only player that John might have happened to Wikipedia loophole one day.
No,
never.
Nobody.
Never. Well, Johnny, with a final score of 10 points, we're 5 short of the house. But listen, guys, Johnny might beat you guys. Did you know about Pewaukee?
What you know about Pewaukee?
What you know about Chico?
If you know about Pewaukee, if you know about Chico, leave a comment. We'll get you on the next episode.
Yeah, something. If
we're doing a Pewaukee
if you're
Chico
from listen,
debate.
if you're from Pewaukee or Chico, definitely hit the comments, bro. We need to know what it's like out there. We're gonna
put out a poll. Where would you rather live, Pewaukee or Chico?
Yeah, where would you rather live, Pewaukee or Chico? Vote for that right now. We'll get that poll up there.
Yeah.
We'll get that poll up there. But check this out. Check this out, guys. And make this a quick one. Make this a real quick one, Johnny. It's time for Instant Replay, where we get behind the booth for when our viewers need coverage on the biggest stories in sports from a different angle. Now, we touched on Tyreek Hill a little bit, so we'll skip past that one, Johnny. And we touched on a little bit of the, Jets implosion to some degree. Talked about the Bengals drama a little bit. But, Johnny, you know what happened this week? Because I know it's only 4 weeks in. But there's another season that we got to talk about a little bit. But hoops on the horizon, Johnny. So, NBA Media Days, off-season moves. Just a little, little light question for you here. NBA season officially tipped off with the media days across the league, and while LeBron James his future is once again a hot topic, the biggest moves come from Golden State. The Warriors are reportedly adding veterans like Al Horford, signaling a clear all-in pivot to maximize Steph Curry's remaining window, even as their contract situation with Jonathan Kuminga remains unresolved. But Johnny, only question for this one is LeBron James is 40 years old and has no contract for next season. What is the most likely scenario for him after this year? Does he retire as a Laker, sign one more deal to stay in LA, or does he chase one last ring by engineering a trade to a contender?
I think he stays in LA. I think it's just too much nonsense to not stay with LA. And I think LA is going to be good this year. So I think he just sticks with them and tries to maybe make some deadline moves, get Pelinka to make some deadline moves and bring in a little something to help the team out. But yeah, I think we're going to just I don't think he's going to overcomplicate it. His son's there, his family's there. Business is there. It'd be just, I think, a little much at this point to move teams. And the only thing I could see is if he wanted to pull like a Brady or a something or a Brunson, where it's like, I'll just go to one of these teams and sign a much smaller deal than I'm worth just to ring chase at the end. But then it's like, I don't know. Would LeBron, does that change anything if he does that? The only thing that changes anything in terms of the grand debate of LeBron James at this point is if he wins it with the Lakers. Because I think if he goes to another team, they're just going to be like, oh, yeah, well, of course, you joined up with the Celtics for a $4 million a year contract. Of course.
Of course you won.
Exactly.
Yeah, so no Cleveland return in the future.
I don't think so. I will also say, in other sports news, same sport, different league. It's looking like your Fever are going to just come up short, my friend.
No, they're playing. No way.
It's looking like it's overtime with 12 seconds left. Aces up 5.
It went to overtime?
Yep.
Oh, man. Bro, this season, listen. Before I get to that, yeah, he's got to stay in LA. Business, man. Mm-hmm. And he's not just a businessman. He's a business man. But Fever, man. The Fever, oh, my God, bro. Broke my heart. This is the best season in franchise history.
I don't doubt it.
They didn't have Caitlin Clark the whole fucking year.
I know.
Caitlin Clark played 8 games, bro. You imagine if she'd been here this whole time?
You crashed into maybe who might go down as the GOAT.
Well, it's crazy. The Aces are on a crazy run right now, but they started the season off on track to miss the playoffs through like a month and a half, 2 months. But they're on a crazy run. But I didn't even think we were going to get this far. But then we did, and we won game 1. I said, "Ooh, baby, if we take a 2-0 lead to Indiana, we're winning this shit." But we didn't. It was 1-1. So good shit. See, good shit, Fever. You know what? You guys
on the
fought
other
hard.
end, your Red Sox got a win tonight.
Oh, they did. Did they?
Yeah.
I saw it was 2-1. They finished it off. Let's go.
They finished it off.
Your Yankees about to get swept, baby. About to get swept, baby. 2-0.
That's okay.
2-0.
I'm okay with it, guys. I'm not. The Yankees do not move the needle for me. They there's only four sports I care about. All right.
They don't put any pushing on the cushion.
Football, basketball, poker if you count it as a sport, and sumo. That's it.
Damn, he's really locked in with
No, that's a lot. I like
guys.
Boxing too, though. I can't lie.
Really
I do like
in.
boxing a lot.
Listen, guys.
Shout out Terrence Crawford. We didn't talk about it.
If anyone out there that involved with any partnerships with sumo, if you guys got anything you need on here, you need us to talk about, let us know. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to make this intro long as shit. I'm telling you.
My guy Eonishki, the tournament just finished a couple days ago. He went 11-4. Yeah, they do.
Send us a merch box, bro. We'll rep it.
Come on, Eonishki. I am your biggest American fan. Send us a merch box, please, Eonishki. The Blue Whirlpool. He is my large adult Ukrainian son. Love him very much. But he went 11-4. That's 4 tournaments in a row with 10 or more wins. That's a huge deal. And he's probably going to go up to the next rank. So right now his rank is Komusubi. The next rank above that is Sekawake. So he'll probably get to go up there. The way it works in the top division, I'll just let everyone know before we go. There is like a handful of guys in the top division. I think it's like probably 40-ish guys in the top division, and they all kind of fight each other. So you have 32 guys that are Mega Shira. And it's ranked Mega Shira 1 through 16, and there's 2 of each rank. So it's like there's 2 Mega Shira 1s, 2 Mega Shira 2s, and it goes down. They're all evenly ranked. Then above that, the next rank is Komusubi. That's what my boy Eonishiki is at right now. Above that is Sekawake. Above that is Ozeki. And then the top rank, and there can only be 2 people at each rank, is the Yokozuna. That's what you want to be. That's like champion rank. That's like you are the best in the league. And anybody can win the tournament, though. And then depending on how you go in the tournament, you get moved up in the rankings. So if you're the Yokozuna, you get paid more for every win you get. And if you beat a Yokozuna, you get to take their money. So every match, they hand you a stack of money. The Yokozuna, you get the biggest stack of money. And if you beat a Yokozuna, you get the giant stack of money. So it's really cool. So my boy Eonishiki is most likely moving up to Sekawake, which is like pretty much the 3rd highest rank. And then, so there's an opening right now at Ozeki. There's only one Ozeki that's holding that rank. Because if no one's good enough, they won't fill it in. So he could go all the way up. Anything is possible, but the Yokozunas are great.
I thought you said Ozempic for a second.
Yeah, Ozeki.
No, I like how if anyone watches the episodes and they just watch the last 5 minutes, they'll get like a full scale lesson in sumo.
I'll teach you a little bit about sumo. The 2 Yokozunas right now. The guy who won it this tournament, his name is Onosato, and the other one's Hoshoryu. And they fight very differently. Onosato is a big, fat, strong dude, and he just moves like a bulldozer. And then Hoshoryu is like a smaller, more compact, like dexterous sumo, who like trips people up and makes them run at him and jumps out of the way like a matador and makes them fall. He's like a more interesting fighter, but Onosato ended up beating him in the final match. So look it up. I'm just saying, sumo's sick. That's all I was saying.
Listen, Ainishki, send us that merch box. Listen, bro,
Ainishki!
send us that merch box.
We need it.
If you watch sumo, go to the last 5-10 minutes of every episode that we've dropped and just stack them side by side, and you're gonna learn more and more. Yeah. I'm learning more and more. And you know what? Once we expand, we get big as shit. We about to pop out. We'll get you some live sumo coverage.
Yeah, we'll go to Japan.
They allow spectators.
Oh, massive arenas full of people.
Do they allow Can you Is there media allowed in there?
I don't know.
I don't know what the rules of the country are.
I mean, Japan's chill for the most part. I think. I guess I've never seen somebody holding a phone in the. I've never seen someone holding their phone up and filming it. So maybe they don't. There is a semi-religious aspect to sumo.
Got you. So yeah, no, we probably would want to hit up a stand outside or something. We probably wouldn't want to.
We could still go. Yeah, we could still go in though and watch.
And then we could definitely shoot from a nice ass hotel in Japan right after. No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that sounds like one of the sports to me where I'd rather watch it in person than on TV.
It's really easy to watch because they release it they film the whole tournament and then they release it in a 30-minute cut.
So it's like a TV show.
Right, you watch it, it's 30 minutes. They just go back to back to back to back to back.
Wow.
No filler. They just show you all of the fights for that day. And the tournament lasts 15 days and at one fight for each sumo fights once per day. So everyone will fight 15 times, and then you get your record for the tournament.
Damn.
So, yeah, it's an easy thing to consume, easy to lock in. I got friends that don't like sport. My brother doesn't like sports. He's into sumo. We watch sumo together. Yeah.
I love that. But listen, guys, we're going to wrap it up tonight. So thank you for joining us for another episode of Couch Coach, your favorite podcast featuring an all-star staff of the best to never do it. Without a couch, you're just a coach. Without a coach, it's just a couch. But with both, you're one of us. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And if you got some shit to say, leave a motherfucking comment. Now, while you're at it, hit that notification button to make sure you stay ready for when we hit the airwaves on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. Again, if for some reason you're just listening to the outro and you go, wait a minute, did I miss something? Go watch the intro. I already said it. I'm not going to say it again. But for more, make sure to follow us on whatever platform you consume your content, whether on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or X, formerly known as Twitter. Search Couch Coach Pod in your search bar and look for the green coach sitting on a green couch. I promise you can't miss it. Now, if that was too much for you to remember, make sure to hit up that description for all the links to all the socials and our Couch Coach headquarters. It's Johnny. It's Kuji. Thank you for watching Couch Coach. We'll see you guys for a special recap episode tomorrow. A little first quarter NFL season recap episode for the people, Johnny. We're already a quarter there, man. We're a quarter there.
The quarter of the regular season. Already done, man. They ate my wife.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.